So we're Map 1, and this is our song choice. It's Ready by Codeline, and it falls under the indie genre, and it was released earlier this year, so it's fairly recent. We chose this song because we've been looking at all of the Codeline videos because they have a lot of strong narratives, and we really like their video style. We picked this one in particular because it's really uplifting and upbeat, and it's really fast-paced as well, and it's quite motivating. We thought this would be a good song to work with because there's a long introduction and it's a lot of flickering sounds, so we might be able to play around with landscape shots. And we'll play you a little bit of it.
You tell me that you're ready, but you just don't know. My eyes are getting heavy and it's starting to show. Never seen it coming.
Okay, so for the genre, we've decided to kind of adhere to the normal indie music videos. So we're going to stick with wide landscape shots. So we could have like a bunch of different things. So we could maybe start off with like a block of flats, then move to more rural place, quite like Years and Years video. It allows us to have a strong narrative which will relate to the lyrics, and then we'll also have quite a bit of varied lighting to create like a specific atmosphere.
So our music video is going to be mainly narrative based with a few elements of performance in it. And our narrative is based, we were inspired by the BBC TV drama Argylle, which basically follows a young girl who wants to leave a rough neighbourhood that she lives in, and she goes on to join the army, which is the narrative that we wanted to apply to our music video. We really wanted to highlight both the struggles and successes of our protagonists.
So for the location, we wanted to begin in a kind of urban, grungy setting, and we found a perfect road in Edmonton, because it has to be grungy. So it begins with like wide shots of like high-rise flats, graffiti, like rubbish everywhere, and then once the narrative continues and she gets placed in the army, she begins training, and it's more shots of like along the River Lee and in hilly fields and Forty Hall, and it's more of a rural setting.
So for our characters and our props and our costume, our character's going to be our female protagonist, and she's going to be a visual representation of kind of mental strength, determination, the whole girl power, and self-confidence. And the narrative is going to show her develop from like a girl wanting to escape where she's from to a woman who's completed all her dreams and she's really reached for her goals. As far as the props go, we don't necessarily have any props that we are desperate to use, but we're considering the letter of her being accepted into the army. So we're not sure whether we're going to include that yet or not. And as far as costumes go, we're not really looking for like major costumes, so it's not going to be what our video is focusing on. So we'll mainly just like include sports gear, you know, the army costume, that type. For editing techniques, we've picked a song that has a really good beat, so we should be able to edit quite well to the beat. We've come up with a few ideas that we really want to include, kind of like a tilt up from the ground to her feet as she's running, when she's training. We want fast-paced shots as well that will kind of go with the beat, and we're maybe looking into a time lapse for that as well.
So the unique selling point and the message that we want to get across with our music video is really the idea of like female empowerment, and it's a theme that we want to have like recurring throughout the entire video. Like the entire story is about a woman and she's entering the army, which obviously is a really male-dominated atmosphere. So we really wanted to show her like going through her journey as she's joining, and like all the obstacles that she has to go through and then overcome. So the idea of like feminism and empowerment is something that we really wanted to come like to have the message to come out in our music video.